One single act, one single decision that everyone on planet Earth can participate in that will benefit them and everything on this planet. This one incredibly powerful decision is for all humans on planet Earth to stop eating animals. We are, by design, low-fat, whole food, plant-only eating vegans. Let me explain. Animal protein and our quest for eating animals is at the root cause of all of our health and environmental problems. It is the root of all evil. Every nutrient on planet Earth started from the sun, the soil, the water, and the earth itself, including B12, including all the amino acids that make up protein, including calcium and omega-3s. All nutrients originate in plants. The design of a human being starts with our compassion. We are not designed to be killers. We don't like the taste of blood, and we can't jump on an animal and rip it apart. Our teeth won't allow it, our stomach won't digest it, and our long, winding intestinal system is made up for plants. We are, by design, living, breathing juice extractors, designed to take plant food in and push out the pulp at the end. True carnivores are the exact opposite of the human design. They have the desire to eat meat and other animals, we don't. They have the digestive system and teeth and claws to eat other animals, we don't. It's no surprise then, when we eat animals, it sets us up for virtually every disease that we are seeing today, from heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and everything in between. And because of our unnatural desire to eat meat, it's created an industry that's literally destroying our planet. We raise over 70 billion land animals every year for food, and it's an extremely inefficient, resource-intense way to raise food. It starts off with water, our most precious resource, and the majority of our water is going to food to raise animals. And then, using our precious water, the majority of that food is then fed to animals with very little in return fed to humans. And then we top the inefficiency of that system off with tons and tons of animal waste with no place for it to go except our streams and rivers and aquifers. And it's not just land animals. We're pulling millions of tons of fish out of the oceans along with the bycatch, other animals that were caught up in the nets. All this destruction for food that is literally killing us bite by bite. It is the slowest form of suicide. No matter all the good that you're doing trying to save the planet by recycling and saving water, if you're still eating animals, you are not an environmentalist. Once you realize these truths, then you realize that billions of animals are dying every year for food that's killing us and food that's not necessary for us. Once you open your eyes to this insanity, you'll realize why vegans are very passionate about this message. And please, don't fool yourself. There's no such thing as humane slaughter. With over 22 years of studying this message, I've heard every excuse on the planet of why we should be eating animals, and none of them are legitimate, including the more popular one of God put animals on this planet for us to eat. If you go to your Bible and go right to Genesis 1:29, right after he created humans, he told us exactly what to eat. He said, I give you every herb-bearing plant on the face of this whole earth and every fruit-bearing tree, and that shall be yours for food. Period. And what's awesome is that science and God are on the same page with this message. There are a number of science-based books out there proving the longevity of a plant-only diet, especially the blue zones, where cultures around the world who eat a primarily plant-only diet are the longest living people on the planet as of today and throughout history. All right, enough of the science and enough of the God stuff. Here comes the definitive proof that a plant-only diet is the best diet for the human species. And that's a new movie called The Game Changers coming out the fall of 2018, where these athletes are thriving, excelling on a plant-only diet. And you will too. All right, so what are you going to eat now that you're not going to be eating any animals? Well, you're going to be eating an amazing abundance of food. Instead of basing your meals around a piece of flesh, base them around potatoes and beans and whole grains. Then complement that food with a rainbow of leafy green and yellow vegetables and fruit. That is your new food, and that is the food that you'll thrive on, and that is the food that the human species will thrive on. This way of eating people is really simple, and it's really easy to figure out. Choose life, not death, when you make your food choices. You know, it's up to each and every one of us to make our own choices in life, and yours is no different than mine. I just hope that you can assess this information and make wise choices for your health, your family's health, this planet's health, and billions of animals that are dying needlessly. Some final thoughts from Dr. Michael Clapper.
I became vegan in 1981, 38 years ago, and nothing but good things have happened to me on every level of my physical body. It's certainly made medicine much more satisfying, and it's given me hope for the animals, for the kids, for the planet. It really is our way through this dark, dark place that we're in as far as our personal health goes, our social situation, and the environment and the stability of our planet. It's clear that the message is coming through to us that if we want to be healthy as individuals and survive as a species, the task before us is we must now evolve our diets to a plant-based diet. For each individual person who wants to avoid a heart attack, a stroke, a cancer, start eating a plant-based diet. It's without question the way to avoid these diseases. But if there's any hope to stabilize this planet, we are, as a species, we have to see we have used meat eating up. No matter what the mighty hunter did for us or whatever, whoever he was, he got us here, that page, that chapter's over. That page is time to turn. Fishing, we have used fishing up. We've used the oceans up. We must let them heal. On every level, the earth is saying enough. No matter what you did before, it doesn't matter. At the time, if you want to stay on this planet, take a lesson from the gorillas and the buffaloes and start eating plants. If we do, we can save ourselves. The forests will come back, so much less land will be needed. The soils will stabilize, the waters will run pure again. There'll be enough food for everyone to eat, and the greenhouse gases will be absorbed by the forests that are regrowing. It could save our futures. If we don't do that, I don't see much hope, as Dr. Richard Oppenlander really eloquently put it in his book called Comfortably Unaware, which is right where the meat and dairy industries want us. It's okay, keep eating your burgers, don't worry about what it does to the planet, don't be comfortably unaware. And he makes it very clear that you can put solar panels on everybody's house, you can give an electric car to everybody on Earth, but unless we change our diets, unless we stop raising and slaughtering 70 billion animals every year, every one of whom is breathing out carbon dioxide, every one of them is belching out methane, they're all eating grains grown with ammonia fertilizers, putting nitrous oxide in the air. Unless we stop doing that, nothing is going to make any difference. Those greenhouse gases are going to continue to increase, and the seas are going to continue to rise. So it's past a social nicety at this point. It's our life raft. It's the way out, and it's a narrow door, but we've got to run through it at this point. And where the vegans have always been the weird, fringy folks, the truth is they are holding the light, saying this way. You want to be healthy. You want to have your kids have a livable planet. It's time to adopt a plant-based diet by all human beings. So this nice fringe movement has turned out to really be our salvation for our entire species. And the vegans have, I think, an obligation to be as healthy as they can, to be as generous as they can, to set a good example as they can, to enjoy the heck out of the food, make some dynamite chilies and soups, and bring people along with the joy of this wonderful way of eating. And it will become a more peaceful planet and a more stable and sustainable planet, and that will truly give us hope for the future. Is it too late? Might be, but I don't see any other choice. And if I can, every time I see a little kid in a stroller, I feel like going over there, kneeling down and apologizing to them for what we've done to their planet. And I owe these kids. I'm working for the kids and the animals at this point. It's their planet. We've messed it up. The least I can do is help that planet heal by getting people to start eating plant-based diets. And so that's my mission for the rest of my time on this planet. And I invite everybody to join in their own personal lives and the example they set. And if we all do that, we'll make a better world.
All it will take is one single act. If you go to my website, onesingleact.org, you'll get all the tools you need to help start this lifestyle. Videos to watch, books to read, articles about protein, our design, recipes, everything you need to make this success out of this lifestyle. And I absolutely wish you success and health and happiness. Thank you so much for watching.